Raw thoughts. Am I the only one who has mixed feelings about Raw general manager Kurt Angle ordering Bayley and Sasha Banks to go to counseling? Like the live crowd, I thoroughly enjoyed Bayley snapping and beating the hell out of Banks, who certainly had it coming. It finally felt like this drawn-out, horrible storyline was moving forward, but my enthusiasm was dampened when Angle told Bayley and Banks they would have to go to counseling. My first thought was that it was nonsensical for Angle to force them to attend counseling, just like it was nonsensical for him to force them to team together again. Why not let them fight it out like everyone else who has issues with one another in WWE? Doesn't he always say that things are settled in the ring on Raw? Why do Bayley and Banks have to settle things in a counselor's office? More, remembering Vader and the greatest big men in wrestling history, however, it then hit me that this could mean the return of Dr. Shelby and his anger management classes. If that happens, I'm all for it. Dr. Shelby is a guilty pleasure. Logic be damned. On a side note, if Dr. Shelby does come back, I wonder if Harold will make a cameo. Nah, he's probably too busy these days. Thought Kevin Owens didn't deserve the horrible treatment he received from Braun Strowman. Why did Strowman wreck Co's rental car when Owens just wanted to be his friend? It also wasn't very nice of Strowman to body shame Owens by saying he looks like he has a bowling ball under his shirt. Be a star, Braun. And by that I really mean be a star, Vince. Moreover, it seemed out of character for Strowman to mess with someone the way he did with Owens. Beating him up would be one thing, but going through an elaborate ruse of pretending to be Owens' friend and teaming with him just to swerve him doesn't seem like Strowman's style. I also thought it was counterproductive for the concessions guy to say that he didn't know who Owens was. Vince McMahon may have been trying to take a jab at Co, but all he really accomplished was to make it seem that WWE isn't mainstream. You would think the concessions guy would know who one of WWE's top stars is if WWE is such an entertainment juggernaut. By the way, aren't Strowman and Finn Balor supposed to be friends? It sure didn't look like it during the tag match pitting Strowman and Owens against Balor and Baron Corbin. Wonders why WWE thinks anyone would care about whether Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley can coexist as a team. A vocal segment of the audience despises Reigns and a number of fans seem indifferent to Lashley, so whether or not they get along isn't exactly keeping people awake at night. By the way, how stupid did it make Reigns and Lashley look when they bickered during the match instead of staying focused on their opponents? Arguing over who should start the match, making blind tags and then arguing about that. We've seen this routine with reluctant partners too many times in WWE. Thought it was overkill that 4 sets of tag team partners couldn't get along all on the same show. Who booked this crap? Vince Russo. More, speaking of crap, thinks the B-team is out of place in the tag team title picture? I find the antics of Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas amusing and I think they're a fine mid-card comedy act, but they shouldn't be in a program with Raw Tag Team Champions Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. It's bringing the champions down. It also doesn't help Hardy and Wyatt that rather than facing a heel team that has heat, they're facing a fresh, entertaining act the fans want to root for. Found it funny that Titus O'Neil said the WWE backstage crew works hard every week. All I ever see the crew doing every week is standing in the background either texting or chatting with one another. Seriously, though, as someone who worked for WWE for several years, I can tell you that everyone involved in producing WWE TV does indeed work hard. The reason viewers always see people awkwardly standing around in the background is because Vince McMahon believes it would look artificial if the hallways were empty. I can understand that, and I've been that guy standing there off in the distance pretending to text, but wouldn't it be more realistic if people were doing something that made it look like they were actually working? Always been a pet peeve. Thinks Nia Jax may have set the record for shortest heel turn. Me, earlier this month Jax acted like a total bully when she tossed a much smaller woman around the ring during an exhibition. Vince McMahon, damn it, no one remembers that. Now, pass me the ketchup. My steak's getting cold. SmackDown Live thoughts. Am I the only one who is curious as to why Kane saved former Hell No partner Daniel Bryan from the Bludgeon Brothers? Me, the last time we saw Kane and Bryan together was on Raw in October when Kane attacked the then SmackDown Live general manager and sent him to the hospital on a stretcher. It seems like it should take more than one hug from Kane to make up for something like that. Vince McMahon, damn it, no one remembers that. Now go get Jan. I need my eyebrows waxed. More, 5 times Vince McMahon demonstrated his business genius. All kidding aside, while I was hoping Bryan's partner against the Bludgeon Brothers would be Samoa Joe, it's great to see the highly entertaining Hell No hugging out it and getting back together, even if it's just for a short time. At this stage of Kane's career, reuniting him with Bryan is the perfect way to use him. Wondered why Daniel Bryan chose to interrupt Miz TV just as the Bludgeon Brothers were about to destroy Miz. Bryan's timing made it seem as if he was saving his archenemy from a beating, which doesn't make a lick of sense. Thought the show was hurt by a lack of star power? There was no AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Charlotte Flair, Asuka or Samoa Joe. However, viewers were treated to a James Ellsworth promo. Here's a condensed version of the promo in case you missed it. In regard to Nakamura's absence, it was reported that he missed the show due to suffering a bite from a police dog the previous day at the arena in Bakersfield, California, before a WWE live event. The Bakersfield police subsequently issued a statement acknowledging the incident, but Nakamura was not mentioned by name. The dog bite victim was simply identified as a WWE employee. That must have surprised Nakamura. All this time he believed he was an independent contractor who couldn't work for anyone else or basically do anything without WWE's permission.